Hey guys, so I'm sure you've seen this scenario before. These sad looking brown bananas. Now you have a couple of options here. You could throw them away like some people do. You could freeze them, which is what I like to do to make smoothies. Or better yet, if you're a sweet tooth, which I also am, you can make banana bread. Now, funny thing is here in Hungary, banana bread is super popular. And honestly, it's gotten me inspired to start making my own banana bread again. So I want to share with you my favorite banana bread recipe. It's really easy. I call it my dump and stir banana bread because literally all you do is you dump everything into two bowls. One is for the dry ingredients and one is for the wet ingredients. And then you stir it all together, you pour it into your prepared baking pan, and then it goes in the oven. And about an hour later, you have wonderful banana bread ready for you. I love to have banana bread with cinnamon butter sweetened with honey. This is something that I enjoy in the afternoon with a big cup of black coffee. It's a great pick-me-up. It's a great way to wind down in the afternoon or just have a moment all by yourself with just you and the banana bread. So let's get started on this easy dump and stir banana bread. Whether you decide to save it all for yourself or share it with family and friends over coffee or tea, I think you'll really like the results. So for banana bread, you need to break some bananas. For this recipe, I'm going to use 3 medium-sized bananas. The easiest place to break a banana open is always by the blossom end, not the stem end. And these are so soft that they don't even need much work to get them out of the peel. And I just mash it with a fork. I mean, you could do this in a food processor, but the whole idea is that it's just a dump and stir banana bread. You're just mixing everything together. You're not getting out any equipment. You're just doing it by hand. And now I'm gonna add the eggs. Okay. And I don't like to make banana bread with oil. What I end up doing is adding applesauce and sour cream. So I'm using the cinnamon flavored applesauce. And I've got my sour cream. I'm also going to add my vanilla bean paste and my melted butter. And that's all the wet ingredients. And now I'm going to do the dry ingredients. And I've got my flour in here. I'm going to add my baking soda, my salt, and I'm also going to whisk in this light brown sugar. And now all I'm going to do is add the wet ingredients to the dry ingredients. And to this I'm going to add raisins, and I'm going to add my coarsely chopped walnuts, and I'm going to fold these in. And I have my baking pan that I've already prepared. I buttered and I put in this little piece of parchment paper that'll help me lift out the banana bread once it's already baked. And you want to make sure to get in every drop. And I've had the oven preheating at 350 degrees. And this is going to bake for an hour, 10 minutes. So while the banana bread is in the oven, I'm going to make the cinnamon butter. It's going to be what I spread onto the slices of warm banana bread. So I've got about a 1/4 cup of butter. To that I'm going to add some cinnamon and about like a tablespoon of honey. And the butter is nice and softened, so this will be pretty easy to mix together. And I'm just going to put the butter into this little ramekin. And there you go, your cinnamon butter for spreading onto the banana bread. I'm gonna test the banana bread with a skewer. It's been in for about an hour and 10 minutes. Okay, and it comes out clean, so it's ready to come out. Put it on this cooling rack. So I'm gonna let it cool slightly in this pan and then remove it from the baking pan onto the cooling rack so that it can cool completely without the pan hindering the cooling process. And also when you leave it in the pan, it kind of tends to create this condensation on the inside and it'll end up sticking to the pan if you leave it in there too long. So I would say like in about 20 minutes, I'll flip it out. So now I'm just going to transfer the banana bread from the pan onto the cooling rack. And then we're just going to let that cool completely before we cut into it. Okay, so our banana bread has completely cooled, and I'm going to transfer it over to this cutting board. And now it's time to slice it up. Let's see how this banana bread looks on the inside. There we go. So here we have this beautiful, moist banana bread dotted with walnuts and raisins, which are my favorite fruits in banana bread. My mouth is watering as I'm speaking to you because I'm really excited to try this. And I think what I'm gonna do is take the end piece because I do like the end on a banana bread, but I am gonna cut it in half. And I'm gonna spread a little bit of this honey cinnamon butter on it, just really thinly, like that. Okay, and so this is going to be my first bite. The walnuts are so good. The raisins plumped up really well. The texture of this banana bread is spot on. It's so nice and soft and moist and spongy, just how I prefer my banana bread to be. You can see how beautiful it turned out. The bottom too, it's really, really nice. And using this parchment paper made it so easy to lift out of the loaf pan. So, if you're looking for a new banana bread recipe to try, I highly recommend this one. It comes out foolproof every time. If you want to try and vary it up a little bit, you can always try a different fruit and nut combination. Like instead of walnut and raisin, you could do pecans and cranberries, for example. But this banana bread is great to share with family and friends, or just enjoy it all by yourself with that cup of coffee or tea by the window while reading a book, or just enjoying your time alone. So I'd be really curious to know what you think about this banana bread recipe. So let me know what you think about it in the comments. And please don't forget to like and subscribe, and thank you again for watching.